Let's see if that'll work.
So you just get over
Hey! That ain't gonna work.
the clip back there.
Yeah, all right. Well, technical difficulties like we have every week.
Down.
All right, we'll get it in a second. Bear with us. I can't ever get this thing just right. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, it needs to go up a little, but the lighting works better with it down just a little. So we'll have to go with this. So hello everybody. I think we are live. Are you seeing us?
Not yet.
Let us know if you see us, because as of right now, all I'm seeing is an error has occurred on my screen. What about yours?
Nothing is coming up.
Well, they all say they can see us.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's funny. Her phone is not showing us. My computer's not showing us, but y'all are saying that y'all can see us.
Okay.
Well, everybody says we're live, so we'll keep going. So let me know if it's burning up, y'all. It is burning up hot, and I've got a little fan running on the table on low and a small box running in the background. So if y'all can hear that, let me know and I'll cut them off, because I don't want that to be annoying throughout the entire live stream. But we're burning up. It is stinking hot. It is finally getting high humidity and turning it into just Florida hot. So if you can hear that, please let me know. I'll kill it and we'll just sweat for y'all. So we got quite a few people on. Still don't know why my screen isn't showing. Okay, yours is. All right.
Weird.
So we'll keep going on. It just makes me feel like we're not live, but everybody says, hey, y'all are. So a lot of people in the house. Looks like we got Family Farm Homestead, Cash, Wood Ducks, Sharon, Pamela, Donald, Juan's Animal Ranch, Sue, Jason. A lot of people jumping on here and talking with y'all right before this live stream got started. Sounds like y'all were dealing with rain, which we haven't had in, I think, 8 days.
Yeah, it's been a
And
while.
y'all are getting some cooler weather in some of the places that y'all are from, and it's been hot here. It's supposed to be 96, 97 degrees this week, which is just miserable and insane for May. And the next 5-day forecast shows 0% chance of rain, and we haven't had none in 8 days. So we went from bunch of rain to dry and just feast or famine like it typically is every year. We just can't have any consistency anymore. So hopefully we don't wind up with fires and everything else around here, because when you start having 2 and 3 weeks of no rain and 96, 97 degree temperature, things dry out absolutely fast. So I'm going to have to water the garden like crazy every single day. May have to hit it twice with those kind of temperatures just to keep everything going. And speaking of the garden, we put up, 2 gallons of beans this morning, and several gallons of squash and zucchini. So appreciate you helping with that. We're loading the freezer up already. Corn is silking out like crazy, loading up in the garden. And my potatoes, the vines are starting to die back, and we are about to go ahead and dig some of those. It's time. I'll be digging some of those up this week, and I'll include that on a video. I hope we have quite a few, but to be honest with you, we may wind up with more than we know what to do with, because when it's 96, 97 degrees, there's so many places I can store them to keep them cool and allow them to last for months and months. It just doesn't happen down here. We don't have root cellars, and I wish that we did. So Miss Gail just jumped on. Pamela says it's time to get a kiddie pool while you're doing the live stream. You joke, but we have one. That might not be a bad idea. Let's kick back in the kiddie pool chatting with y'all. Oh, these hot days have got me really, really jonesing for a pool. I want a pool so bad. Oh, we got to get the house done. So we got hello Andrew, and Tiffany, and Bullet. Yes, just don't forget Bullet, although
He's running around somewhere.
he's actually awake today, not sitting in his chair, running around sniffing things right here behind us. So we'll
Say
just...
it's Sunday.
Yes, and I need to say that. So it's Sunday, May 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern, and I say that every week because people tend to watch the live streams back later on and comment, hoping that we respond live. And sometimes you're watching a recording of the live stream, but you can still drop a comment, and whenever I wake up the next day or whatever it is, I will respond to you, because I try to answer everybody's comments. So Sue says hubby built her a raised bed garden. It's been waist high on legs, and going to plant some veggies and other stuff when it cools off. That's awesome. I wish all my raised beds were that high, but with lumber as much as it is and needing a tremendous amount of compost, I can't have all my raised beds that high. But that's easy on the back, so much easier to weed and take care of. I wish every one of them were that big. And maybe down the road, whenever I extend my garden, I can do that. So let's see what else we got here. 88 says the temperature in Ohio. No rain here and very hot. So sounds like some of y'all are dealing with the same weather that we are. And I know there's some of y'all out in Texas that's just been getting absolutely flooded. And Cash asked, have we tried zucchini bread yet? I never have tried it.
I have had it before. Somebody's cooked it for me, but I have not made it though.
Be honest with you, we're not big bread eaters, but that sounds healthy and like something worth trying. I don't know if it's still, I'm assuming that'd be low carb because it's made out of vegetables. I don't know what all you add to it. But no, we haven't tried that yet. As the zucchini loads up more and more, that's something we need to try. She actually made quite a bit of zoodles today and froze and put those up. So we're kind of experimenting doing other things with the zucchini, not just straight cutting it up. But zucchini bread is something we'll have to try because a lot of people have recommended for us to try that.
It's kind of hard to do in a toaster oven, so.
Right. So David says we cost him $500
Yes,
because he had to go buy a Blackstone. Well, you must have got the Pro model for $500 because we paid about half that for ours. You must have got the nice shiny stainless one. Well, enjoy your $500 purchase. I think you won't be mad at us by the time you get done cooking on them. And speaking of, we're going to cook on the Blackstone tonight. So what are we going to do?
We are cooking sesame, garlic chicken, pineapple boats.
And this is a first too. We're doing a first on the channel. So sesame chicken, pineapple boats.
Yes.
So we went to that's sesame chicken. We went to a Mexican restaurant a couple weeks ago, and you had kind of a pineapple bowl dish. A couple of the ladies did, and they loved it. So I'm assuming that's what's inspired tonight, even though this isn't obviously true Mexican food.
Yes.
I guess saying sesame chicken.
Just something different to do. I've been looking for new recipes. It sounds interesting.
She has. We don't want to do burgers every week and the same old on the
Yeah.
Blackstone. There's so many different ways you can experiment. So, hey, I'm looking forward to it. Could turn out really good. So,
We'll
meat,
see.
sugary stuff, sometimes that works out good. I'm not the world's biggest like pineapple and pizza fan, so we'll
Right.
have to see how this does. But, hey, I'm excited to try it. So, we'll cook that up in just a little bit after we get done chatting with y'all. Sylvia Powell says, good evening, nice to visit with you tonight. Zucchini bread is great, nice and moist. So there is another vote for it. We're going to try that. And a lot of people have recommended something strange this week to me. And a ton of people have mentioned it, so it must be common to take the big flowers off the squash and zucchini plants, batter them and deep fry them, and you eat the
Interesting.
flower.
Interesting.
I've never heard of eating flowers, so we may have to try that because when I was out the other day, there was some flowers on those plants that big. I mean, they're huge. Supposedly that'll help out with the plant filling out too. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna eat some flowers. I don't think the bees are gonna like us for doing that, but it is what it is. So Cash says $2.95 at Wally World in his neck of the woods. That's somewhere around about the price we paid for ours, but we got the old basic model too. Like I said, they have the Pro models with cabinets and stainless and everything else. They look really nice, but we couldn't justify the extra $200 personally. But when this one wears out, if it ever does, who knows what we'll get. But we're keeping the top seasoned very well, not a speck of rust on it. And if we can change out the burners down the road, we'll do that. So Bullet's back. We don't know what he's been up to, and he's looking for some food. We might have to go feed him here in a second. So Dominic Rose says, haven't started the garden yet. That's what's crazy. We're down here garden full blown, starting to harvest it. Some stuff's going away. And a lot of people are up north just now barely getting stuff in the ground or it's barely popped out. It's just crazy. It blows my mind how much temperature and zone differences are all the way from up in Canada to down here. I mean, we're months ahead of y'all, it seems like. So let's see here. Somebody talking to somebody else. I'm going to keep on reading down a few more comments. So we got Sheila's in from Missouri. Thank you for getting on and chatting with us. Tyler's here. And 59 degrees in Maine. That sounds awesome. I'm kind of missing some of that 50-degree stuff now. That's how it goes. You get a long winter, you're kind of tired of it, and then as soon as you get these first 90-plus degree days, you're like, I want winter to come back. Or I want a pool. One of the two. So Ron says, we're great, and he loves our videos and the house build. Well, thank you so much, Ron, and you're great for watching us. So thank you for jumping on and chatting, and thank you for watching the videos. So David said, yeah, he got the Pro Series Silver. That's why. And and we influenced them. Well, y'all tell Blackstone, you tell Blackstone that we're selling them now, and they need to ship us out a Pro model for us to cook on the live streams. Oh, goodness. Just started my garden yesterday, says Richard. Awesome. Hopefully you have good luck with that. I'm assuming frost and everything's got to be gone by now, but who knows with this crazy weather that we're having nowadays. And Cynthia's asked, will I be replanting potatoes? I've never planted potatoes twice, honestly. I don't know how they'll do when we start getting in these late 90-degree days and 100-degree days that are coming up. Typically, we plant potatoes in March because we start them out in cool weather. I just don't know that they're going to like our heat. Now, sweet potatoes is something I could probably plant right now, and they tend to like the heat a little more than new potatoes and all. And I am planning on doing a second planting of corn. So as soon as this garden's done with, I will do a small section of gardening and plant a few more things. And then there's some stuff out there like peppers and okra that'll go just as long as I'll let them till we just about get a frost. Last year I had okra go all the way to November or December because I just didn't pull it up. And peppers will go, I think last year they went all the way into December until we got a couple pretty hard frosts, then it killed them all. So garden's not done, we'll replant, and we also do a fall garden too. Somebody commented today and asked, hey, do I do lettuce and some of that other stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah, way too hot here to do it in the summer. That's either very, very early spring or fall crop. Typically we do all that in the fall. So here's Bullet. He's saying, hey, what's up, buddy? Nope. Don't get in my lap right now. I've got to do a live stream. What you been doing? Been getting in trouble? Well, at least he ain't passed out asleep today. See, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, Janet just jumped on and said 85 degrees there and beautiful. Kind of a similar day here. I think it might have made it in the 90s today, but humidity has showed up. Now, it felt awesome this morning when I got up before somebody who really slept in today and worked in the garden and did some other stuff. It felt great. It really did. So, Josh Herndon just jumped on and says hello from Maine. He says, sure enjoyed the live streams. Appreciate you jumping on, chatting with us, and watching both channels. He was just watching the fishing video earlier and commented, so thank you for that. And Suzanne says, looks forward to the live streams. Awesome, thank you for that. And we love chatting with you. And Living Every Day Outdoors says he just dug his taters. He's saying the correct pronunciation for the South. And now have 2 rows available for planting something else. Everything else is coming in now by the bucket full. I understand. I always start out with a 2-gallon bucket going through the garden, and now I'm up to my 5-gallon bucket just to go out there and pick everything. And I've got to dig my taters up in the next couple of days too, because I don't want them sitting in the ground too terribly long, especially now that all the vines are showing signs of dying off. So they should be absolutely filled out. So Bullet, everybody's saying hey. You want to wave to him? Oh, he said what's up.
Yeah, he's getting sleepy.
So Cash says he's been getting the dillers. Well, speaking of the dillers, they haven't been too bad here lately. Haven't been digging up around the barn, but I'm still finding signs of them digging up around the house over there. So our dillers come and go. I had one friend that pulled up here the other day and said that he had just left a yard that had 4 of them in it in the broad daylight, 4 at the same time digging the yard up. So I don't know what's going on this year. We are loaded up with armadillos, and as y'all know, I can't stand them. Can't stand them. So Pamela says, love the Blackstone. It's just designed just like the grills that used to be in the old-fashioned cafes and drive-ins. That's right. I mean, they have taken an old design and have got brilliant with marketing and have made them a ton of money selling those things. No doubt about that. But we absolutely enjoy ours. I think we're pretty much always going to have one on the back porch whenever that gets done.
Oh, yeah.
So Uncle Tim jumped on. He says, have you bought any building materials, and has the prices changed? I have not bought any building materials in the last 2 to 3 weeks. But I was on the water hanging out with a friend yesterday, and they just gave me a quote on 2x4s, and they have actually went up a little more from what I just bought some, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. So I haven't personally bought any, but it sounds like everything has went up a small amount more. But everything I keep reading says June, it's leveled off and going to start dropping, so we will have to see. But then I'm also hearing June certain things like spray foam insulation and electrical and some other stuff's going to continue to go up, but lumber's supposed to start dropping in June. So time will tell. I'm actually just about done needing lumber. I've got everything that I need, so I hadn't really been buying much. I've just been working. So it makes sense for lumber to drop now that we're done purchasing it. That's just, the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It is what it is. So Cash checked on, that's awesome. Something I want to know. Cash checked on the shirts right here, and he says his delivery is showing somewhere between May 24th and June 2nd. I guess it's all in where you live, but they are supposed to start shipping this week. We're excited. Hopefully by the time we talk with y'all on the live stream next week, a lot of y'all, if not all of y'all, have got your shirts in. So we're excited to hear that. But this is the week that Bonfire told me they were supposed to start shipping those out. I can't remember exactly where the company is. It's somewhere up on the north, maybe Virginia or somewhere. So maybe somebody like Cash over in California, or some of y'all that's around the world. It might take a little bit longer, an extra day or two to get there, but who knows. But y'all start commenting on the videos this week and let me know whenever you get those. So we're really looking forward to you getting those shirts. That's going to be awesome. Thank you for bringing that up. I was checking today too to see if I could see any shipping dates on there. So Van Rifle Crystal says, how did the corn situation turn out? Turned out awesome. I jumped the gun whenever I showed concern on that last video, because I went out there probably 2 days after I recorded that video, and I've got ears of corn everywhere. Silk starting to pop out, corn stalks are filling out with actual ears of corn, so everything's looking really good right now. We've got a tremendous amount of wind this past week. The hog panel held everything up. I didn't lose one corn stalk, nothing blew over. So as of right now, so far so good. If everything pollinates out well, we should have good filled out ears of corn. And probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll make another gardening video when I dig up the potatoes, and I'll show you all that. But daily it's changing, and my corn's probably 7 to 8 foot tall out there right now, just crazy high for sweet corn, and it's still shooting off and going. So I just got to water the heck out of it because it's so dry around here right now, but turned out really good. So Chris and Tiffany, thank you very much. Some of our weekly donators there, I guess we'll call. So always on the live stream, always generous people. Thank y'all so much for that. Let's see what he says here. He says you got him one of those DeWalt grease guns that you have shown on your channel. That thing is sweet. Yes, it is. I never thought I would enjoy greasing stuff, but going from an old hand pump one and having 500 grease fittings around here, I dreaded the task of greasing stuff. Now when you just go around and pull the trigger and grease just as quick as you want to, I love that tool. That is by far one of my favorite DeWalt tools right there. It's the grease gun. Works so well, not messy, and don't forget to get you a locking lube on there. Those things work awesome. Hopefully you got one of those. Mr. Doug hooked us up a while back with a couple of those locking lubes. They really work. They are awesome. Keeps from just mess going everywhere, and you having to pull them off so hard off those Zerk fittings. You just press a button, comes right off, goes right on. I love it. So I'm glad you got that tool. I think you will enjoy it, no doubt. So GFPF or P fan says you need to find some armadillo recipes. Nope, not gonna happen. Well, I guess we could do upside down armadillo on the half shell on the Blackstone.
Oh my
and
gosh.
stuff that kind of like we're doing these pineapple boats. We can do an armadillo boat. Nah, that ain't happening. We're not doing
Great.
that.
No, I'm not gonna be able to eat it tonight.
So Colleen says you all eat pickled okra and loves the show. We love pickled okra. We canned about 50 to 60 jars last year, and we're gonna can more this year. And thus far, everybody we've been giving pickled okra to seems to love it. So we're definitely gonna be doing more. So Sheila says she's so glad that Daniel from Armstrong and Homestead recommended us, and she's been really enjoying the channel. Sorry, comments moving up as I'm reading. And you inspire me to be a better person. Oh, wow.
Very nice comment.
Yeah, thank you. That is a very generous and nice comment.
Aww.
So we don't realize, at least I didn't realize, how the channel does inspire people, all the way from like Maddox and Lennox that we met on the video to comments like this. Sometimes people say we inspire them to just get outdoors and go do things, be a better person. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm so happy to hear that. I've always thought about YouTube as inspiring people to go DIY and do things like that, but then whenever you hear the other side of it, what people get out of it, that's awesome. So thank you so much for the comment. We really do appreciate you chatting and joining us and subscribing and supporting us. And obviously, without a doubt, we truly appreciate what Daniel did for us as well, giving us that shout out. So without him, we wouldn't have met about half of y'all. I mean, the channel doubled.
Absolutely.
So Pam wants to know, when is Bullet's birthday and how old is he?
Well, we rescued Bullet from a shelter, so I technically really don't know his birthday, but whenever I purchased him, when we rescued him, it was around May 15th in 2001, I believe. No, not 2001, 2011.
I got to remember birthdays and our anniversary.
2011,
I'm not remembering
not
bullets.
2001. So he's around 11 years old, and I got him May 15th, so I guess that's his birthday.
Yeah. Rescue, we don't really know, but we're close. It's his birthday every day. He's spoiled rotten. Absolutely spoiled rotten.
Ralph says hi. Hi, Ralph.
Hey, Ralph. And Steve Cart just caught that comment. Says, greeting Andrew Tiffany's first time making the live stream. Thank you for jumping on and chatting with us. We appreciate that. And said this is his favorite channel on YouTube. Enjoy watching everything you do. Well, thank you so much for that.
Awesome.
We are absolutely blown away that people can say this is their favorite channel, and we really do appreciate you watching and chatting with us and supporting us. It really means a lot. So Matt says he just bought the Hobart Handler welder, done his first weld on the mower deck on the zero turn, the settings you told me about, and worked out good. That's right, I remember chatting with you through email there. It's been an excellent welder. They're kind of foolproof, don't have a whole lot of bells and whistles, but that's what I like. It's kind of the set it and forget it, copying the old TV infomercial there. It works, it just plain works. I love that welder, and I think I'm gonna get years of use out of it. I'm sure you will too. So, Cash says he's going to have to get one of those grease tool rejuvenators. Yep, I kind of need one of those too. Whenever you get those bad fittings and all, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about to help clean those out. And Sue says they're planting red and green bell peppers, yellow squash, carrots, strawberries, and also planting lavender to hopefully keep the neighbors' cats out. Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, that is very interesting. Didn't know that. Well, we don't have a cat problem.
That's something we haven't thought about growing is some strawberries. That would have been really nice to do.
Yeah, we haven't really grown strawberries.
Yeah.
I don't know why we never really tried strawberries. Here's the weird thing. I like fruit, I really do, but I'm not crazy about fruit. Like, I love the taste of it. It's just not something we pick up from the store or really grow often, and I don't know why, because it tastes perfectly fine to me. So I guess we do need to experiment with some fruit a little more.
We do.
Obviously, we're doing citrus trees and other things out there, but things like strawberries and more blueberries, we need to get more into that. So Pamela says she loves the idea of the fan when I was out splitting wood. Thank you. Thought it was quite smart myself. Oh, goodness. Carrie says, sorry, I might have missed it, but did I find a good treatment for the garden? And if so, can you share? I'm assuming you're meaning whenever everything was kind of looking not healthy. And if that's the case, yes. I just went and bought very basic 10-10 fertilizer, 10-10-10. Just about everywhere sells it. It's cheap. It's literally $10 to $15 a 50-pound bag. And I side dressed the majority of stuff out there. Watered it in for 2 to 3 days. The garden come to life. My suspicions is my compost does not have enough nitrogen because I had no manure, no nothing. And we don't have any animals right now. And I probably didn't add enough greenery to it last year. I kind of already knew that. And it must have been a nitrogen thing because as soon as I side dressed everything with that, it looks beautiful. I probably should have side dressed everything with ammonium nitrate, but you got to be careful with that. It can really burn stuff up, especially if that's not the nutrient that you're needing. 10-10's pretty hard to damage stuff. Cheap. Thought I'd give it a shot and worked awesome. I'm going to continue to do that until I can really amend my compost with everything that it needs. As soon as we can get chicken coops and horse stalls and stuff down the road where I can have manure and hay and everything else I can mix in the compost, that'll really bring it to life. But as of right now, I'd either have to go get the manure or I'll just side dress with some granular fertilizer. So I'm seeing all kinds of comments about diller soup and everything else. I don't know what I missed there, but nope and nope.
Cash is cooking some diller soup.
Oh, goodness.
And this pan is going to batch.
And Cash says if I guess use red wine in that soup,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to drink 10 bottles of that red wine before I would eat that diller soup. I can promise you that. So Van Lawful Crystal said it'd be fun to see you grow some giant sunflowers. Sunflowers are a favorite. You know, I really probably should grow some in the garden. Not so much for eating the seeds, but it's just kind of something you like to see in the garden.
Yeah.
I've grown sunflowers out in my food plots before, but I ought to buy a little small pack and kind of stick out there. And maybe we should try drying the seeds out and eat some. I like sunflower seeds personally, but that would look awesome having some huge, gigantic sunflowers out there. I've got a few spots in the beds that I could plant those, so that might be something I'd do. It'd be a good visual on the background and camera and all too.
Exactly. So
I might try that. Thanks for the suggestion. And Wade says, don't forget to eat okra raw. Yes,
We'll try that.
I'm going to have to remember that, even though that sounds crazy to me, but I think we'll try it. Don't knock it till you try it, right? Let's see here. So Erica says we are her favorite channel too. Thank you. And hopefully you watched my fishing video on the other channel. I know you've been doing some bass fishing here lately. I had an excellent day the other day. Man, think 16 bass I caught that morning. Awesome. That just usually never happens. So
he came home and cooked it, which
Yes.
we didn't do a video on that.
no, yeah, I did keep a couple and do. What did we do again? Oh, we did blackened fish sandwiches. Yeah, yeah. Everything else I threw
very
back.
good.
So it was awesome. Gonna try to get out again this week. I forgot to tell you, I just got an invite to maybe go do a little spearfishing this week. So
Ah,
might have to break away and do that.
nice.
I'll bring home some fish and cook.
Yes,
Okay.
please
All right. Woo. So Donald asked, have I tried the rake yet? Yes, I have. I am saving an episode to show that off once I get the tin up out there. I know I've got some rebar in that sand and some framing nails and stuff whenever they were putting up the batter boards. I think that rake's going to be excellent to dig through that loose sand without digging a hole. But I have used it some. I'm going to use it a little bit more a little bit later on, and I will show that off. So thank you so much for sending that. And I've got the Dodge out of the shop now. It's ready to pull the dump trailer again, so thanks for that as well. If you caught the Dodge comment last week, I don't want to fire that up again, although Chevy rules. So Sue says this is the first time doing this, so we really don't know what we were doing. I'm assuming you're talking about the garden. It was watching your garden that made me want to do this. That's the thing. Just get out and try. Everybody at some point has never done whatever it is they're going to try. And if you've never gone to a garden before, the best way to learn, watch some YouTube videos and just go out there and do it. It's an awesome experience personally. It can be frustrating when the wind blows your stuff down, animals come in and destroy your garden. There's things you're going to have to fight with, no doubt. But at the end of the day, whenever you get some awesome, good tasting vegetables out of there and you know that you put in the work and effort, I love that. I love that experience. See here. I might have to kind of fly through some comments. I'm getting behind. I see Pamela says jalapenos are wonderful in the Blackstone. Half them out, put some cream cheese in them. We'll have to try that.
Yeah,
We typically
that'll be
bake and
easy
wrap
to
and put them
try.
on the grill, but that sounds good to try.
Yeah,
And I've
let's
got
do
some
that.
jalapenos growing out there.
They're coming along.
Yep, and Team Dancer says whenever you get the animals, you need to get a manure bucket for the tractor. Yes, I do. I'm actually got designs in mind on how I'm going to design the horse stall with some back flip-up gates to where you can put the tractor bucket right behind it, shovel the manure, the straw, everything straight into the tractor bucket, let the gate back down, and close the horse stall back in. It's something I've been thinking about for quite a while. So that should work out good.
I better get him some more food.
All right, Bullet's over there staring at his bowl going, what's up? I'm ready to eat. So Scott says, love to see you guys getting so much done. Y'all are fun to follow. Thank you. We truly do appreciate you watching. And Gail says the Kelley's Outdoors channel latest video is so much fun. Bass were loving that whopper plopper. Yes, they were. I was giggling like a little schoolgirl in that video. When I started watching it back and editing, even Tiffany was over here doing some notes or something one day as I was editing that video. And she was laughing at me because I was giggling so much in that video. I was having a blast. I was having a good old time.
You were having a good time.
Yeah. So Pamela says Bullet's looking for his fire pit. He probably would
Yeah.
sit beside it even though it's 92 degrees today, but who knows. So James asked what breed is Bullet?
He is I've just narrowed it down to like a fox terrier. The vet said he's kind of like a min pin chihuahua mix, but I think he looks more kind of like a fox terrier. So
I think he's got some bend pin in him, but we
Yeah.
really don't know since we rescued him very young. We're just not 100% sure what his mom and dad was. He is a spoiled dog. That's the breed he is. So Cash got to show off every week. Says
I know, he
smoking
is.
some London broil with homemade marinated potatoes with butter, garlic, some veggies. I wish you lived closer, man.
I'm saying
We would absolutely let you come over and cook for us.
might even let him cook pet diller soup.
I don't know about that. So Gail says she enjoyed the last outdoor video, that Andrew was really having fun. Yes, I was. Thank you for watching. Scott says your house is really coming along. Congrats on building a great life for yourselves. Thank you. We really do. We really do feel like we are. There's been lots of mornings and days this week that I was, just walking around doing stuff, and I really do appreciate this lifestyle. I really do appreciate y'all allowing me to do this. Because thinking back to my last jobs plural, all the hours you put in and the craziness, while I appreciated those jobs, they were stepping stone to here. Getting the opportunity to do this, to at least try this. I'm not there yet, but getting the opportunity to try and watching this thing grow and start to be successful, it's awesome. It's such a good feeling. So thank y'all for that, because without y'all and us doing this thing right here and the donations and the watching and the thumbs up and the sharing and everything else y'all do, this wouldn't be possible at all. So y'all are keeping me energized, enthused, excited about the future. And again, just a big thank you for allowing me to do what I'm trying to do. So can't thank y'all enough for that. Yep, here we go. Should get a green Chevy Duramax dump truck with a front end loader and the boom all in one. We'll see if they make that. So Cash says dinner's almost done. Awesome. If you don't mind, just run it over to us. You know, Northern California, I don't know, 30 some odd hours from here, so I don't really feel like driving that far. So if you'd run that by, that'd be great. What is he? Oh, so Pamela asked, hey, just saw something. What is a super sticker? Super stickers or super chats are something that YouTube just started a while back, to where basically it's how you make a donation. So a super sticker is, I don't want to type a comment, but I want to make a donation on a live stream, and that's how you do that. Whenever you see things like Mr. Doug or Chris and Tiffany and several other people pop up a comment and it has a donation amount on it, that's called a super chat. So that's the two things that YouTube started a while back as a way to donate to a channel instead of just ad revenue, which is what YouTube mostly exists for there. So that's what that is. Like I said, it just popped up just a few months ago. It's something new they're trying there. So John says, have watched Daniel Orr's video today, and how far away from you from where he did all that? Was down in Miami, and that's probably 7 to 8 hours away from here. We don't have all the iguanas and the blow dart guns and that fun stuff right there, but yeah, that's quite a ways down south. We are in North Florida, like not far from the Georgia line, and that's in majorly way down there in South Florida. But that looks awesome. I watch Blue Gabe and Deer Meat for Dinner and a lot of the other channels that's down there doing all that fun stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm glad we don't have all the iguanas, because I've heard they are crazy invasive. So not something we want, even though that looks fun. So thank you so much to One Arm Hunter there. Just made a donation to us. We truly appreciate that. Yes. Without a doubt, he is definitely one of our more loyal subscribers, comments all the time. So thank you very much for the donation. Truly appreciated. So Mel Malone says, hello, Tiffany and Andrew. Loving the channel. You guys in Deep South Homestead are my favorites. I can't build yet, but I did have did buy a real dump trailer today. Well, I'm jealous.
Well,
I'm absolutely jealous. Said got a sweet deal.
Somebody got one.
Yeah, glad somebody got one. Maybe one of those sweet deals will run my way. Yeah. So Mel's the one that always has to pop the garden bolt gate out there. He just loves the sound of me opening the garden bolt. So I always do it for him. What's your favorite? So Jack says, what is my favorite video game? I don't play them. My favorite video game would be my tractor.
Or editing.
Yeah, or editing. That's as close as I get to those things. By the time my day's over with editing and all I want to do is go to bed. So Cash says, bow tie guy till the day that he dies. I 100% agree, my man. I love him. Of course, I don't know, Ford wants to sponsor the channel and throw me a Ford. I'll be driving around in a Ford. Because my Chevys are getting real old, but that's a testament to how good they are. So Shay says he loved the fishing video. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Hello from Canada in the house. Awesome. Thank you. And looks like Sue also watched that iguana video that Daniel posted. And he said, or she says, yes, honey are invasive there. Here in Arizona, we raise them as pets. Yeah, it's crazy. Different parts of the country, certain things are invasive, certain things are not. It's just kind of the way it goes there. So Pamela says that video is wild. I'm assuming we're still talking about the iguana one. It is kind of something different for this part of the country. I don't know if iguanas have been down there for very long or not. I know when we've been to Mexico quite a few times. It's crazy seeing them hanging out in the trees and all. But apparently that's starting to become quite common in South Florida, just like pythons and everything else. So Andy says he finally got his firewood stand put up today. I'm excited about doing one this fall. Problem is, I may not have any firewood to sell because I still don't even have us enough firewood yet. So I have got to keep it splitting, and hopefully I can get some more here before long. Really need to get some more firewood, no doubt about that, because we burnt through it like crazy this past fall and winter. But as soon as I put up 5 to 10 cords, it'll be 90 degrees all next winter. That's the way it goes. So we'll see. Hopefully we have another cold winter, because I did enjoy burning all the firewood. And Cash says that's an awesome gate sound. Yep, that's what Mel loves. So Ralph says he's got to go. He's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Hopefully it's just routine and everything turns out great. Thanks for chatting with us, Ralph. Reading a few more comments. Bear with me.
Bullet's getting nice and comfortable.
Yeah, he is back there fluffing himself up. So Sue says, do I have a guesstimate for when I'll start the inside walls? Starting those tomorrow, actually. Going to start interior walls. Going to work on that all week long. Hopefully get those knocked out. So a lot of people have asked today, let me go ahead and talk about this. They're asking, why am I not going ahead and sheeting the outside, then working on interior walls? If you'll notice on the back side of the house, which obviously I keep pointing, but y'all can't see, there are big open 4-foot sections. That's because I had to build 8-foot walls to then put attic rafters on top of, and then I'll build another stub wall on top of the attic rafters to fully enclose that space. So you have huge openings on either side of the house. That's why I can't go ahead and put sheathing up until I do interior walls, which support attic rafters. Then attic rafters allow me to build stub walls, so we're still quite a ways away from sheathing. Then I can sheathe it and dry it in. So hopefully that makes sense for people. I'll try to discuss that in the video tomorrow and give y'all a good visual. But interior walls start this week, tomorrow. Excited about it. I will go ahead and let y'all know there is not going to be a video tomorrow. We had graduations and other things going last week that kind of got me a day or so behind. So no content for tomorrow, but I'll work all day tomorrow, get content out Tuesday, and we'll start pumping videos out again for the week. A lot of house stuff, digging potatoes, gardening. I'm holding off on mowing. It's just too dry. It'll be a dust bowl. I need to mow, but
Excuses.
no, I'm waiting for rain. And I don't like shocking the grass.
Yeah.
I hate mowing super dry grass. It's baking in 97 degrees. You all right back there?
Do we have any rain in the forecast at all?
None. There is no rain. And it's 96, 97 degrees all week. This is not good. Not good at all. We're going to wind up with all that grass I just planted. I need to start running sprinklers on that young tender grass because I don't want it to die. It's something I might start doing this week. So, now we got Miss Pamela getting in on the Chevy and Ford debate. We'll just leave that be. We won't start all that. See here. Checking a few more comments, bear with me. So Gail asked, what's the first area I'll start framing inside the pole barn house? Assuming you mean interior walls. It's going to be the center wall because I have to measure that out. It's critical. That's our load-bearing wall that's inside because it's going to support the attic. So that's what I'll start first thing in the morning, measuring that out, making sure it's dead center of the house, over the footer that we put through dead center of the house. I'll snap some chalk lines, and that's the one I'll start working. Now the problem is we're going to do a pocket door, so I just thought about that. I guess I'm going to have to get pocket door frames, get all those measurements, and build funky headers. So that's going to be, it's going to be a little bit of an interesting wall right there. So that one will be kind of fun, I guess, at the end of the day. But I've got a lot of figuring out to do there. But got to start with that center load-bearing wall, and then I'll start branching walls off of that, make it to the bathroom, kitchen, all that good stuff. I'm excited to get all that done because we'll probably do another house tour video once those walls are framed in, because it'll give you a really good visual of room sizes, closet sizes, and the overall flow of the house. So that's going to be fun. I really am looking forward to that. It's just something different and new. Kind of tired of working on exterior walls right now. And I'm ready to see an attic and just kind of how the whole layout looks. So I'm still seeing some more Ford comments and everything else I'm not going to say. Oh, goodness. So Jack asked, what's our favorite season? Me? I love springtime when it's still cool and things are blooming out, but I think my favorite season is fall, without a doubt. I always think of October. I can remember October as a kid. That's when you go outside in your shorts, but kind of get that little chill. Fall's in the air, leaf colors are changing, and you know some cool weather's on the way. I think I really like October and fall. What about you?
I think this time right now, because we don't really have those afternoon thunderstorms, and like we got to relax on the river and don't have to worry about when a thunderstorm was going to pop up, but yet we still have, you know, enough heat to get in the water, but yet in the evening time it cools off to where it's not too hot. So I think about right now and this time is what I like.
Yeah. Holy moly. The Ford and Chevy and Dodge debate's getting intense in here. We might have to let y'all chat off on the side. It's all right. What you drive, whatever you love. I should have never started that. I have friends that are diehard Ford fans. friends that are diehard Dodge fans, and I'm a diehard Chevy fan.
I'm a Honda fan.
Yeah, she likes her Hondas because they've always been super reliable to us. So Scott says 18 months until he retires. So awesome! Congratulations on your early retirement there. Hopefully you enjoy it. Says love watching the vids, all the stuff that it's all the stuff that he wants to do, and our house will be complete in August, September. Can't wait. Please keep making vids and save your sanity. Well, I'm absolutely going to keep making the videos because that's my job now, and I really enjoy doing it. And I'm happy to hear that things that we're doing interest you, and hopefully you can learn from, like I always say, learn from our successes. You can learn from our failures and mistakes on what not to do. That's why I try to include everything that I can on the channel, because we're still figuring this all out too. This is kind of our first homestead and property build and house build and everything. So there's plenty of mistakes to make, but we're figuring a lot of it out too. And it's a fun process, it really is. So I'm glad that you're getting to experience some of that.
Man, this is going on.
Yes, it is. I have to keep skipping over all the truck comments. Oh, let's see here.
Somebody's trying to change the subject.
Yeah, they are.
Why is the grass green?
Yes, why is the grass green? Good question. Even though I don't know the whole everything behind that, but oh goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, we're just going to wait here until the truck comments stop. Oh goodness gracious. We'll remind me next week to not start any truck debates or comments. Oh my goodness.
So do you have anything else planned other than the interior walls?
This week? Yeah, a little bit of garden stuff. May actually go do some spearfishing. I got invited on a trip. I think I'm gonna go. And what else did I say? I'm gonna hold off on the mowing. I don't know. I really want to focus on the interior walls this week. That's a big focus. Got to pick up a few things for the house and gardening. I think that's gonna be it. If we get a surprise rain, I'll jump on mowing. But other than that, no, it's gonna be 100% house focus and some spearfishing and a play date.
And some cooking dinner for me.
And some cooking dinner. Yes. So Claire says, just curious, do you guys both work on the garden stuff when you pick everything? The garden's kind of my thing. However, she does help me inside. Like today, she pulled out the mandolin, did a bunch of slicing and freezing and bagging and helping out, and then I kind of jumped behind her and did all the beans and stuff while she's doing the other things that has to be done, the laundry and all that stuff. But the actual garden, that's me. That's kind of something I'm passionate about and enjoy doing. She does pretty much all the cooking out of the garden, which I greatly appreciate, and helps, pack and put everything up, organize the freezer, all that good stuff. So we both do participate in it. I'm just more of the playing in the dirt portion. And
it's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely
but
every single day.
Very satisfying.
It is.
Very satisfying.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Wow, a lot of comments just popped up. Would I ever get a cat? I personally don't care for cats. Hopefully I don't offend everybody. Cats tend to not really give you much attention and love at times. Some of them are different. I kind of like dogs more because they're more playful and energetic and will love you to the day that you die. So.
But what about a barn cat?
I don't know. We have a bunch of cats that just run around here at random. They can eat all the mice and stuff they want down the road. We might possibly get a barn cat, but as far as an actual pet, I think we're going to stick with dogs personally. So David asked, am I thinking of upgrading the wood splitter? Not in the meantime, unless I really start upping production down the road. But that splitter's been awesome, no issues, working great. So I'm going to stick with it for now. And Cynthia asked, sear fishing video, question mark? No, spear fishing, where I'll get in the water with a spear gun and actually pick out the fish that I want and go after. There's a couple of them that we may target later this week. So I may go make a spear fishing video where I'll swim around and get them with a spear gun. So Erica says she did see the last fishing video and you killed it, son. She says, thank you. I thought that I did. Even though, like I said, I was giggling like a little girl. I was having a blast, man.
I was glad that you got a good turnout because last year was, it was rough on you.
Yeah, it was good. So Jose says, always watch your channel, love the building. Ain't never had a chance to catch a live stream, but made it today. And over in Dallas, Texas. Well, thank you so much for getting on and chatting with us. We appreciate you watching all the videos and catching us today as well. So Cash says, nobody bleeped me, took a comment back myself. I don't know what's going on there. But,
yeah, earlier, one of his comments disappeared.
Probably some more truck debate stuff that we're not going to talk about anymore.
It was.
Oh,
The
goodness.
cats.
And it looks like there's a bunch of people planning on retiring too. So congratulations to all of y'all. I've seen quite a few retirement ones there. So more spearfishing videos, says Gail. Woohoo!
Yes.
And so would
Those
I
are
ever
fun.
would I ever buy an international tractor? For now, I've had great luck with John Deere's, and I have a local John Deere dealer. I don't really know of any international dealers around here, so probably going to stick with the John Deere for now. It's just been reliable and good, and they're extremely expensive, and I don't want to buy another tractor anytime soon. So Chris says cats are not going to save you when somebody breaks into your house like a big dog. I don't know. I've seen some pretty mean cats.
My mom had a
Oh my goodness, her mom, what was it, Siamese?
Siamese cat. Oh my gosh,
I
it would attack you.
I think that thing was worse than a
everywhere.
Doberman Pinscher.
Yeah.
And it would be up on the cabinet. She'd come in, and you don't know if the thing's going to jump on it. Ooh, that was a mean cat. Donald asked, would we have a pet dealer? Absolutely not. Not unless I could train him to go teach the other ones not to dig up my yard. Then yes, that would be the best pet ever. We're going to get a dog that's not going to like armadillos, is what I'm thinking. I want one of those dogs. Oh. So, wow. Grandma Tracy says, our kitty thinks he's a dog, loves to walk on a leash.
I saw that.
Now, that's something I've never seen, a cat on a leash. So, Jim asks, do we juice? We used to a lot, but juicing is a ton, and I mean a ton of work. Natural pressed juice doesn't last but 2 or 3 days before it starts turning.
72 hours.
Yeah, then you're back in there juicing again. But there was a time that I used to juice a lot, and now that's probably the healthiest I've ever been in my life. I was probably 40, 50 pounds lighter than I am now. Bowels and everything else that we won't get into, everything just regular. Skin looked good. I mean, yeah, things happen. There was awesome benefits of juicing. We just kind of got out of it due to the time constraints, but that's something we need to look into. We still have a nice slow press juicer here, so we can always start back at some point.
More time.
Yeah. So Cody asked, what's my biggest fish I ever caught? Probably a 40 or 50 pound amberjack, and I ain't never got a cobia quite that big, but that's probably the biggest fish we have around, cobia and amberjack, and that was a heck of a fight without a doubt. So Scott says he bought a Wolf Ridge log splitter, not cheap but high quality, without a doubt. See tons of those on YouTube. Excellent log splitter. Would love to have one of those down the way or down the road. Yep, Gail says the more buildings we get, the more you need a barn cat or two. I'm not against a barn cat at all. They do an awesome job of keeping snakes, mice, and everything else out. So A Outdoors asked, did I enjoy my fishing trip? Without a doubt. Had a blast. Loved it. And I'm going to try to make another one later this week, I do believe. Jimmy says he loves tasty animals. Well, we do too. Oh, goodness. Do we make homemade applesauce? No, we don't really have apples and apple trees here. They kind of stay more up north. It's just too warm. There could be some varieties you could plant in Florida, but I think it's just too hot here. It does not get cold enough to cause them to bloom or blossom out. If I remember correctly, apples are kind of like pears. There's got to be a certain number of days in the winter beneath a certain temperature, or they won't bloom out and produce come the following spring, fall, whenever it is that they produce. Wow. So Grandma Tracy said, I was reading the story here, says she was saved, her neighbor was saved by a cat. Apparently somebody that was strung out on some not so good stuff. Yeah, bath salts. That's that crazy stuff. Broke in the middle of the night and her cat woke her up. Dang. Well, hopefully she's taking good care of that cat for doing it.
I know. Wow.
And Scott says he's caught a 66-pound king salmon and a 113-pound halibut. Wow.
Ooh-wee.
I couldn't imagine. I've always wanted to try.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, it does. I've always wanted to try halibut. They look like just huge flounder. That's right.
Yes.
Thank you. That we have here. I wonder if they taste similar. I've been curious about that. So Richard asked, what's the biggest deer I've got? Just a relatively small 8-point. Florida is not known for big deer at all, just due to, I guess, lack of big farms in the area, the minerals here. So honestly, you can't eat the antlers. I've never been a big trophy hunter. I'm all about putting some meat in the freezer, and we really enjoy it. By far, that's the majority of our red meat intake is what we harvest deer-wise. So Sue said she loved juicing too and felt healthy when doing it, but got out of the habit. It's a tough habit, and it's really tough to stick with and dedicate yourself to spending that much time every couple of days. But without a doubt, we felt awesome too. We really did. You need to fire up your Blackstone?
Yeah, I guess I can get over there and start getting everything ready.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So Gail says, other than chickens and horses, what farm animals do we want? We really want goats. We know that. They're fun, entertaining, and there's a pretty good market for goats in this area. Said chickens, horses. I think we're going to put a couple cows out there in the pasture. We've got enough room for that. And then we can go in on halves maybe with somebody every year. That's very common to do this in the area. And split one and get one butchered. That's something that I think we'd really enjoy doing as well. As far as that, not really sure what else. Chickens, goats, cows, horses. I think that's what we're going to start with. Then obviously a good old farm dog to kind of watch after all that, which I keep calling it a farm dog. I'm going to get me a buddy down the road. Because the little man here can't really protect nothing, staying inside the house and sleeping all night. So Jim asked, have I thought about a portable lumber mill? Yes, with lumber prices as high as they are now, it would be awesome to have one. The only problem is I just don't know of a kiln around here. I'd have to air dry everything. That would take a lot of time. But down the road, I would consider one. The other issue is I have a lot of trees out there, but not a lot of good saw timber trees. A lot of what I have out there is kind of gum and low swamp bottom type trees that you don't really cut a whole lot of lumber out of. And the few huge pines and all that I have, personally, I'd rather watch them grow and leave them than cut them down and turn them into lumber. I'm kind of a tree lover, honestly. I'd rather cut dead trees or go get trees from tree service companies. So I'm not so sure that I could just get a steady supply to cut on the mill without doing some serious looking around. And a lot of people have bought lumber mills around here lately. It's hard to get free trees anymore because now that lumber's shot through the roof, a lot of people have got into that and kind of cutting their own lumber. But a lumber mill is something I think I would enjoy down the road after I get the house and other major projects out of the way and kind of looking for some more hobbies to do. But then we'll be getting animals, and that'll be kind of a full-time job in and of itself. Wow, so Chris got an 11 point that was 197 pounds dressed out. That's a big deer, especially for us in Florida that's used to 125 or 150 pound deer. That's huge. So Grandma Tracy says, do we deal with ticks? Oh yeah, this is hot Florida. Ticks are everywhere. We spray something called bifin, very common, kind of around the shops and all. It tends to keep the ticks run away. But as far as out in the woods and all go, you just got to put DEET or what's that? Permethrin? No. There's something with a C. I forget what it's called that you put on your clothes. Otherwise, you just don't put anything on and you got to deal with that at the end of the day. But I tend to stay out of the woods and high grasses this time of year because, yes, they come out in droves whenever it gets hot like this. So, Diller Farm. No, we don't want no Diller Farm. Actually, we've already got one as it is. Oh, goodness. Trying to read a few more questions here. So it looks like somebody lost a cat. Miss Pamela, sorry to hear that. Very sorry. Well, Tiffany's getting the Blackstone ready. We're going to go over and cook in just a second. So if y'all have any more comments, I want to answer them before I snatch the camera up and go over there. So Miss Pamela was telling Miss Gail that we do get attached to our little Furbies here. Yes, without a doubt, people certainly do. And I can't wait to get me a little guy like this right here that I can get attached to. I'm still thinking I want a lab, without a doubt. We were on the river yesterday, and there was a guy that just got a lab puppy and brought down there, and son, did he get some attention. That little dog was just as cute as could be. I really do want a lab, I think. I want something to come on the boat, ride in the truck with me, jump in the back of the Ranger. Just kind of always thought that'd be the perfect dog.
Said we could get a dog is what you said?
No, I didn't say we get a dog just yet. So JMJ says, and as it's Bullet's birthday, get him a new chair. Everybody keeps ragging on Bullet's chair. It's finally broke in. He's really enjoying it. He doesn't need the backstop. He can't lean back on it. I guess we can get him a new one. They're like a whopping $5. So Richard asked, have I ever harvested a bear? Nope. They only did bear hunts here for 1 year, and actually didn't even last 24 hours. Before they closed it down because all the permits were filled. They finally admitted there was more bears here than they ever realized. I'm expecting the season to open back up at some point because there are bears everywhere. We're actually at a get together. No, not last weekend. The weekend before, I think it was, and some state troopers and all went flying by on the road that was beside us. And turns out we found out the next day there was a motorcycle with 2 people on it that wound up running into a bear and getting seriously injured. I'm pretty sure that they made it, but how wild is that? Drive along with a motorcycle, bear runs out in front of you and they hit it. So we're starting to hear more and more things like that happening. There's just tons of bears around here. There really is. So Pamela asked, that is a popular question, what does she see growing under the oak tree? All the stumps and trees that we cut down, that's growth coming back. So I've got to get out there and mow that. Probably going to do that one day this week. Hook up to the flail mower and knock all that down. That's just trees growing back out of the stumps. Just because you cut a tree down doesn't mean it won't come back. 99% of the time that it will. Now if I keep mowing that over and over and over, eventually it'll kill it off, the stump will rot, and there won't be any growth there. But I have got to go work on that tree right now. Stuff looks high, but my tractor can mow that up very easy right now, so I don't have to run out just yet. I also need to kill that stuff off too because it's taking energy, water, and nutrients away from that big oak too. So we did all that work. I will get out there and mow all that and keep protecting the tree. Yep, Sylvia says labs love water. We love water. We're water babies. That's why I think I want one of those. Oh my goodness, Chris says lab dogs there cost $4,500. Ooh, I don't want a lab that bad. That ain't happening. No, the guy here yesterday got a, was it UKC or AKC? I don't know all the terminology. Registered lab for $800, and I thought that was high. So $4,500 there. Oh, I couldn't imagine. I grew up in the old school Southern kind of poor-ish way. We weren't poor, but we weren't wealthy either. Your dog was a stray dog that come in the yard. You fed it. If it stayed, that was your new dog. Are you ready?
I'm about ready.
All right, let me grab the camera here. Tiffany's getting ready to cook. We're going to show y'all a pretty fancy meal tonight. At least I think so. Turn this around. All right, we're at the portion of the live stream where we're going to do a little cooking. So let's check this out.
So I marinated my chicken in this.
All right, sesame garlic. Woo. So Claudia says, happy Sunday, Tiffany, Andrew, and Bullet.
Yes, happy Sunday to you.
And it is beautiful weather. It was mighty hot today, but feels awesome right now. So she says, need to see more of Tiffany and her wonderful recipes. Well, that's what we're about to show you. Hopefully y'all can hear all that. Sounds awesome.
I wish y'all could smell it.
Yes, we still got to invent that smell-o-vision. Give y'all a shot of the yard. It's absolutely beautiful afternoon. Not a cloud in the sky. She is going to clean up. Oh, we'll run around and give y'all a quick peek of the garden. Sorry, the phone's going to get a little shaky. So some people were asking about that. Go ahead and give y'all a sneak peek. Peppers are looking great. Loading up. I mean, just holy moly, all of this. Tons of peppers. The tomato plants are looking good. I hit them with another shot of fertilizer today since I see a little brown at the bottom, but tomatoes putting on everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, every plant now has got them. And they're looking nice and green now with that fertilizer. So, I won't go out in the garden because I got to get back around with her cooking. But look at all the silk coming out, all the corn cobs. That corn is huge. Absolutely huge. Since y'all were asking about it, there it is. Silk popping out everywhere. So corn is doing good. The cucumbers are doing really well. Actually, I've got some cucumbers that big on there. Tons of corn over there. I mean, look, everything is green. That triple 10 fertilizer did awesome. So Jim says cougar counts are through the roof in Oregon. We're actually starting to see a lot more signs of Florida panthers here, which is basically in the cougar family. I just heard of another sighting the other day locally. They try to act like they're absolutely endangered here, but you see and hear of a lot. All right, so we missed this colorful thing. What's all in here?
So we have some squash and zucchini from the garden, and unfortunately the
Yellow fly.
yellow fly wants to be used. And we don't have peppers yet, so I had to buy some from the store. So I put a red pepper, green pepper, and a purple onion just to give a little bit more onion flavor to this dish.
Yep, another week or so, we won't have to buy any more peppers. And Pamela says we got to do pickled banana pepper slices. I'm absolutely planning on doing that. Shay says they're cooking cheesy scallop potatoes with chicken and bacon mixed in. Ooh, that does sound good.
That sounds really good.
Yes. Yeah, that looks awesome. Cash says that sounds great. So I see a lot of people commenting about black bears. We have tons of them. So, what are you doing now?
I'm just going to put this.
Oh yeah, so she
Down
dug
to
all the
steam.
pineapple out. Guess she's going to steam the insides. This is all new to me. Where is the pineapple oven here?
Yes, I'm going to add that in just a few minutes, and that'll go in with the chicken.
Cash says he cooks good bear soup. I have never had bear. Oh, he ain't joking. A lot of people eat bear.
Really?
Pamela says you're making her hungry. Lord.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it too. It smells really good. What is that? Oh, rice. So somebody asked, is the bear greasy? He's asking Cash. I'm kind of curious myself. I've always heard that it was. So Richard says they have mountain lions, and DC tries to say they don't. Same thing with Florida. Our FWC tries to tell us that we have like 30 panthers, and they're almost extinct, but you get pictures of them constantly on game cameras from South Florida to North Florida. So Sharon says save her a plate. Oh man, that smells good. I can smell the peppers cooking. I can smell the sweetness of the pineapple. So Shay asked, are you using the pineapple for a bowl?
Yes.
Yes, she is. And if you see us jumping around like crazy, I keep seeing the yellow flies landing on us. It is yellow fly bloom season here right now, and they come out about this time of day and tear you up. So Christina says she's having pulled pork, barbecue, and French cut green beans for dinner tonight. That sounds good too. And Gail said they made shrimp and vegetable stir fry and butter and Old Bay over rice.
Yum. Everybody's cooking real good tonight.
Yes. See a lot of people talking about eating bear now. So what'd you do? Put tomatoes in there?
Yeah.
So Pamela says if we can air mail her a plate. All right, we'll do that. So Sue says Tiffany needs to start a cooking vlog. I don't necessarily disagree with you. We'll have to see if we get
I had more time for that.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we get in front of the camera more. This is kind of a rare thing for us to take the time to cook like this and kind of show it all off. Well, I mean, she cooks all week long, but it has to be a little more rushed with work and everything else that she has. Chris says he cannot wait for his room to be done. He's going to be eating like a king. Wow, Kevin said there was actually smell-o-vision in 1960 movies, but people got sick with all the smells that was mixing together in the theater.
Really?
Somebody did try to invent it. Get him. Get that yellow fly. Well, he wants some of you cooking too. So Suzanne said they had steak, potato, and vegetables. One of our personal favorites. Can't go wrong with steak. Holy moly. That's a ton of vegetables and rice. We need more chicken. So A Outdoors apparently knows what yellow flies are too. Hates them. Everybody else calls them deer flies up north. They bite you and you swell up like crazy.
I'm very allergic to them. Oh, that was the bullet.
Uh-oh. Hey,
Where is that?
hey, Bullet.
Right here.
We got you something. Here comes the cleanup crew.
Oh, it's a little hot. Might better wait.
All right.
Yep. Sorry, buddy. Nope. Hold on. Wait a minute.
It's on that cold concrete. It's probably good. So Sylvia, finally somebody says they love how we cook lots of food so we have leftovers. Absolutely.
Yes.
Nobody wants to have to cook every single night if you don't want to.
We're not eating this much food tonight.
Yeah, we're definitely not eating all that tonight. Pamela says she'd be like Bullet sitting here waiting for scraps to fall. And I see he just got some rice too. All right, Bullet, that's cool enough. You know what to do. You know what to do. Go ahead. That dog loves vegetables.
Yeah, it's still a little hot, huh, buddy?
No, he was looking. She wondered if he's getting in trouble. Bullet wants chicken. No, he ain't getting into that chicken. Gail asked, where's Bullet? Well, here he is. Yep, Family Farm Homestead says they call yellow flies deer flies too. Yes, look at it. Well, hibachi girl, smack him with that spatula. That's the bad thing about this time of year, y'all. It's very tough to do these live streams with all the mosquitoes and yellow flies, and it's going to be like that for the next few weeks. Then they do kind of let up after the bloom.
All right, I'm going to add a little bit of Southwest Chipotle, just a smidge.
I love Chipotle. Oh, I love it. Someone says Bullet's a video star.
I love this.
Get him, girl.
Seasoning
Get that
right
yellow
here.
fly. Yes, we eat that all the time. Roasted garlic and herb for chicken. And of course, our favorite, garlic. We buy it by the pound. Mm-hmm. We love it. We have food with our garlic.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Oh, this looks so good. Plug in the bug zapper would be a good idea. Typically, I don't plug it in unless we're on a live stream because it actually attracts bugs and they'll follow in here. I need to mount that somewhere else because that thing really works. It works awesome. A big shout out to Mr. Doug for giving us that. Get him, Richard. Tell him to hit that like button. Thank you. So Christina asked, have I ever thought about growing my own garlic? I really have never got into herbs and things like that. I need to do a little herb garden to plant garlic and basil and just all kinds of other stuff that we eat a lot of. Ooh, that looks good. So Jimmy says they use musket powder there. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it ain't black powder. We'll have to try some. So Pamela says I need to get a fly swatter to help Miss Tiffany. Yeah, I probably wound up smacking her too hard there. So Cash is recommending a seasoning called Cow Camp. All right. And John asked, have we ever tried the Everglades seasoning? Absolutely. We use Everglades all the time, especially on vegetables. I've actually been using Everglades for probably 10 to 12 years is whenever I first discovered it. Ah, so Cash says that's lemon garlic, and they have it on Amazon. That does sound good. Get him, girl. He's dead. So Bob says this is the first time ever here. Welcome. Oh, y'all, this looks so good. This smells good, too.
Especially this pineapple and all this chicken juice.
So Jim asked another very common question on the channel, especially as we're out here swatting flies. Are we going to screen in the porch? We are not, because we feel like screens kind of block your view. They block some of your breeze. And that's something we can always go back and add later. But for now, we do not think we're going to screen that in, just so we, kind of spend some time back there. Now, we are going to put fans and all in there, but we want to spend time back there, make for sure that's something we would really want to do.
Who came for dinner?
What's that?
This little fella right here.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else came for dinner. It's been dragonfly week. Actually, as these yellow flies start blooming, sometimes there will be hundreds of dragonflies out here swooping down and catching mosquitoes and yellow flies. It's a crazy show.
We are almost done here.
It's getting there. Oh, wow, that smells so good. So you're just going to, what, mix all that together and stick them in the pineapple boats?
Yep. And then we'll have some left over for tomorrow and the next day, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Rodney says him and his wife were just saying they've got to get a Blackstone. Y'all make it look so good. It's absolutely worth it. I mean, they are awesome.
And the cleanup is amazing.
Yeah, the cleanup is very easy. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of fought it for a little bit. I just thought they were a gimmick, and it is what it is, and I just thought they were stupid, to be honest with you. Use a grill or something else. Now that we have one, oh man, I love it. I kind of did the same thing with the Instapot too, but my goodness, she can cook so many meals in an Instapot. So Pamela says that big old shop fan will now blow the bugs away. It will, but it would ruin a live stream too. We'll have to kick the fan on as soon as we get off this live stream.
All right.
So Sylvia asked, what does Tiffany do during the week? And if it's too personal, don't answer it. No, we've answered it before. It's no problem at all. She does home health care. She is a physical therapy assistant. So she does home health and kind of helps people with physical therapy.
Yes, I do. Been doing it for now, what, 16 years?
Yeah, 16 years she's been in the therapy business. Oh man, this looks good.
Yep, and it's done.
It is done.
We'll take a picture later once I put it in the boat. And
Yeah, so now we've got to do all the cleanup and putting bowls and everything else, and then we'll probably snap a picture of the presentation and kind of let y'all know how this is. It's going to be just a little bit before we can eat this, so we probably are about to have to wrap this live stream up. So Claudia says she's got to run. Thank you for chatting with us. Sue said just got home, watched the full replay. Thank you so much. I think we are about to wrap this up. We got all this cleanup and everything else to carry in there before we kind of make our little boat presentations. So GFPF fan says good night all. Tim Kelley says good night. So I think I'm going to spin y'all around and we're going to say our goodbyes as well. So thank you so much for cooking. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. There'll be a ton of house videos coming this week, along with a few other little surprises, I certainly hope. Oh, and we're going to have to do a storm shelter wrap-up video, too, because I actually put together a futon today. We finally got one. It fits perfect out in the storm shelter. I've got some attachments in there to finish the camera, so we'll probably do a storm shelter episode in this week, first and next week, so that'll be coming as well.
We'll be nice and comfy in
Yep.
there.
So thank y'all so much for chatting with us. We truly do appreciate the support, and we'll catch y'all next week on another live stream. See ya.